Hi guys, just Ron. So I'm just trying a new streaming website. I want to check my YouTube channel. So hang on with me for a couple minutes. I don't know, just checking, upcoming, live life with me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. So I'm using StreamYard today for the first time, and I'll change the thumbnail afterwards. So hi guys, well welcome to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. Well, if you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I decided to try StreamYard today. I still haven't figured out how to load a thumbnail up directly to my from my phone, but I'll figure it out. So today is October 31st. Happy Halloween, and getting ready to go out for a couple of doctor appointments. Good morning, Tamika. So how am I coming out? Am I coming in loud and clear today? And yeah, I think I am anyway. So what I did was, so today around 2 o'clock, I'm going to have time Anne-Marie does her next cookie show. I'm going to be doing some fried chicken along with her, and I'm going to do it in the air fryer. Got a pretty simple recipe. Donna's got an appointment this morning at 11:15, and I got to stop by the studio to drop off my film I took Saturday. Saturday at the Halloween parade. They already got a guy that filmed that on their version of it, but I got to talk to them about it because going forward now, since they're doing all the city junk, then I'm just going to, do my own thing. And I got two more events I want to film. I'm not going to tell them I'm not doing Veterans Day because she had asked me a while back ago at the church fair to do the fair to help them out volunteering and then doing, well, basically, if people come in to buy merchandise, I'll be out in the hallway collecting money to make sure nobody walks off and anything and that sort of thing. And then Donna and I will do the church fair next Friday. This coming Saturday, they got church fairs every day this month, which is something, the Christmas holiday fairs, which Donna and I enjoy going to those. And you might hear my cat meowing in the background. And actually, I don't even need this on because I just put my headphones on to see whether or not I can do that. Yeah, so it got to take me off this morning. I got a bill from Best Buys, and I paid off my account balance last month, and I got all that money from the flood, canceled out that credit card, and they sent me a bill for $22 because one of my accounts there that was on automatic payment, and I had forgotten about it. Well, that's all well and good, but since that account was closed, they shouldn't have charged it on there anyways, So I ended up paying it, and I hope that's the end of it because, and then the account that took that other money off of there to put it on there, I switched it to my other debit card that I normally use to pay my bills. But these credit card people, they're a bunch of dips. That's the best word I could put it politely. And so they got you coming and going. The whole point it is not to have any credit cards and try not to if you can. Because they get you nothing but trouble and the heartaches at the end. So I'm just trying not to avoid that. So I had a little bit of a topic I wanted to discuss today. Live life with no regrets, and I'm certainly not living. I'm living my life with no regrets. I have no regrets in life. What I've done in my past, I've done everything that God asked me to, and then some. Oh gosh, I started my weight off. Took my weight off at 200. I started at 367 pounds back in the early days of January. It's still down to 225 this morning. I lost a total of 147 pounds, close to 150, depending on what time of day it is or when I'm having to eat. I went down to the Walmart yesterday, and I bought some small little dishes from the Pioneer Woman and some really good backdrops. Hi, Amelia. Is that you spell it? Amelia. Okay, I was thinking of Amelia Earhart, the flight aviator, and I guess that's your name. Good morning. And I just went on live really quick there. What I'm doing is I'm just testing out the new StreamYard because I got so sick of YouTube. So right now I'm using StreamYard. And StreamYard, you could do a lot more. And also with StreamYard, they got a paid version and a free version. The free version, you're allowed 20 hours of streaming every month. And I finally was able to link my YouTube channel to my StreamYard account. And you don't need an app on your mobile app or your mobile device to I got an iPad too that you can use that on. So I'm going to figure it out. I wanted to start using StreamYard. YouTube, the problem with YouTube is I go to set it up for like a landscape. This is like wide this way, and you got to go into your settings before, and you got to set all that junk up and get it going and all that stuff, and it still gives me baloney. And I'm looking at my video quality right now. It's much better. I got the 4K video going on YouTube right now, and in the background over here, behind what you're seeing me over here, I'm seeing my profile in my YouTube channel, and I'm watching the chat type. I think that's how Anne-Marie does it. I guess unless she's using actually YouTube StreamYard for live. But I'm still trying to figure this all out. So I think this is the way I'm going to eventually be going with this live streaming, and then I'm going to go do this in the afternoon. I want to do some cooking stuff for you guys, and figure this all out together. But this is definitely the way to go. I like the quality that I got. Now, getting back to the studio, so I've been filming. Okay, so let's start with the Leominster Colonial Band. Those guys have been around for like about 120 years or more, and I started filming for those guys in 2012, and before I started filming that, they've had nobody there to film that stuff. So they really appreciated all the stuff and all the work that I've done over the years for those guys. I was showing up there every Tuesday with 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras sometimes. In the early days of 2020, when we had the concerts, we only had 4. I had 10 cameras set up because they had such a huge perimeter to try to keep everybody spaced. And I'd bring the video home, I edit it, turn it into the studio. And so now I go down there the Saturday to film the Halloween parade, thinking that they might want the studio for the studio, and they got a guy there filming. So I talked to him. He said, "Yeah, they just hired me and a bunch of other people." And I said, "Well, what the heck? I've been doing this for 10 years, and I've gotten awards for my work, and you couldn't even hire me part time." And then and then I was talking to a lot of people about that. He goes, "He's an asshole." The guy that runs it, I mean, they had a good crew over there working for them. Then everyone but 1 or 2 people left, and the other 2 people are sick of it too. They get ready to leave. So if that's the direction they want to go, well, fine, let them. But these are public events. They're free events. Anybody can go there and take photographs and video. So from now on, I'm just going to do my own thing and take my own video for the channel for you guys. And I like StreamYard because you see how I'm setting it up live. I can just set my camera up mobilely live on the StreamYard and film it film the event that way, because you guys are going to really enjoy the next huge event we got outside, I believe, is going to be the Christmas stroll, and that takes place in December or possibly the end of November, depending on when the mayor has it on the schedule. And they have vendors set up. They have Santa Claus that takes photographs of the kids, and they have hay rides. They have some guy taking a big ice sculpture and sculpting ice statue out of it, and of course the trolley rides, not the hay rides. And then at the end of the session, the mayor goes over to the lower common area, and it counts down, and they light up the tree lights, and that's it. And then they have a parade that goes by just shortly before that. So I'm going to film all that, but I'm going to do it live. Okay, it'll be on YouTube. It'll be through StreamYard, as long as I can get the internet connection. If I can't get the internet connection, I'll film it, and then I'll edit it, then throw it up on the channel. But these are going forward. These are just going to be my videos. And like, again, anytime your city or town has a local event, unless they specifically state no filming, then anybody could be there filming, because there's a lot of parents that go there with their cameras now and they film for their kids and whatever. And everybody in my city knows who I am. I'm just ticked off at the studio with manager for not bringing me aboard and letting me work part-time, because that's what I always wanted. I wanted a part-time job, getting paid for what I do, because it's something I enjoy doing. So since that's never going to happen over there, I'm scheduled to go to the Mount Wachusett Community College here in Gardner, in adjacent city, which is about 3 towns over, in January. This coming week, I'm going to be going down to the Fitchburg State University, and I'm going to call them up later and talk to them about possibility of getting involved and going there for a 4-year program, transfer all my college credits over there, and finish my schooling up. And then as I get more familiarized with how to set up green screen and how to work with the better audio and better lighting with the green screen, then I'll set up my own little studio, and I'll actually have my own studio, and I'll be able to do my own thing. And again, if people get married or something like that, you would say, "Ron," I says, I can't afford a professional wedding. Can you help me out? And they said, "Well, what do you want?" And well, I'd like to get married in Italy, but we can't go to Italy. Can you do something with that? and then I could put them in front of the green screen, and we could film the whole entire wedding, with the minister and the guy the clergyman that does the weddings or whatever, and do it in front of the green screen with a nice background drop with the proper lighting and all, and the proper audio, and put together a nice series of photographs of weddings and that sort of thing, and do birthdays and Christmases, bar mitzvahs, and for the Jewish community, and anybody else. But that's the way I'm going to be going with this stuff, and continue on my own projects. What do you guys think there? Isn't this really cool with the back? I mean, not this background, but the good thing about StreamYard, I don't need to use this background if I'm going to get involved with a paid version for a couple of months. I don't think it's that expensive. And then the paid version allows me to take any background and I can just put it right up on the channel behind me, so I don't have to worry about a green screen and doing all that baloney. And then with the StreamYard, I can have text going across. I can highlight the text and everything. So that's definitely the way to go. Now, on my main computer, I do not have a camera. So what I use is this. I have this little device that I use, and I just put that up on my tripod. This is a little camera that's connected to the USB port, and that's basically what I use for when I do my filming with that. And if I don't remember to shut it off, that's why a couple of times when I shut it off when I thought I did, it ran about 30 minutes, and I had a little bit of bad gas one time, and I went to go to the bathroom, and I cracked Anne-Marie up one time, but somebody said that. Morning, Carla. Is this Ron from Ron's Keto? I'm just rambling off this morning, and so I just wanted to talk about life with life regrets and everything. I have no regrets in life. I've done everything that God's asked me to, and then some. And I'm just taking one day at a time right now. I would encourage each and every one of you that are watching this video stream, just take one day as God gives it to you, and just hope that today is better than yesterday, and tomorrow is better than today. And any day you wake up and plant your feet on the ground, you're having a good day, no matter how badly you may feel inside of you, no matter what you might be going through in relationships. If you're just getting over some relationships, there is hope for you guys. Just take one day at a time. And if you hear any noise, my wife is screaming at the cat because he's okay. I got it. So when I got up this morning, the cat laid out a big meow. He was happy to see me, and I gave him some fresh food. And he has these little push-up things there. I cut one of them open. I'm giving him, squeezing it up, and he's taking it. He's sucking him down there. It cracks me up, and then he's purring like crazy because he's happy. He's a spoiled cat. He's well taken care of. I do want to get him one of those. It's like a cat house. But it's a scratch post, but it's like a dog house, but a scratch post for a cat. It's got a nice hole in it where they can go in and go out of the other way. And then he can have a nice bed on the inside and a nice bed on the over top. And I think that would be really good for him because I noticed lately now he's been crawling under my wife's curio cabinet, and we're afraid he's going to get stuck under there. And that wouldn't be a good thing because my wife collects these charm and tail mice porcelain. She has quite a variety of them. And I thought when we had that flood there, I bought her a nice carousel, that little mice that go around with the Christmas tree or whatever. I spent $400 for that. That was back in the 1970s, okay? And I went at Hallmark, and I still got the original box and everything, and the original price tag is on that. And, and the original plastic, everything came out, and the styrofoam and everything, and it kept its shape. And I thought I lost it in the flood. And apparently, I had it upstairs, and I was so happy when I found that. So was she. So what really stuck about that flood too was I had a brand new Christmas tree I bought last year for $450 off at QVC. It lit up in about 4 or 5 different colors. You had the multi lights, you had the gold lights, the clear lights, and it had all kinds of different things you could do with the tree. And it was a tree that she wanted and I wanted, because with the cat this year, it would have made it almost impossible to put it up. But now I got to go get another tree now. She did buy 2 small trees this past week at Walmart. She really liked a couple of trees she saw. But, this coming year, and the end of the month, the end of the new month, they got a festival of trees. It's called in Leominster. And what they do is anybody can set up a tree. You just notify the city hall that you want to set up a tree, and you put all the decorations on the tree. You leave the tree there. People bid on that tree, and if you're the winner of that tree, you get to take the tree home and the ornaments with it, okay? And the money that they raise for the trees goes to the Mayor's Fuel Assistance Program, which is really a good thing, for the people who need fuel. Now, Donna and I fell within that category one year when I was living off of $900 a month before I got my Social Security disability. And the mayor came, I called up the city hall and they told, I filled out an application. I told Michelle, the girl that works at the city hall, I said, I need oil. What am I going to do? And she said, I gave her all the information. I get oil from one of the local oil companies when I needed oil. And she said, don't worry about it, Ron. You'll get an oil tank before the end of the day. And that same day, in fact, I was out of oil. So they came down and they dropped off a tank. And they totally filled my tank up, right? And then they came into the house. They primed my tank for me. And then we got that going. And then that's when I heated with oil. And they didn't charge me for it and everything like that. And then shortly after that, I got my disability, and I was fine. But that's a great thing that the mayor does. And for people that have money, they donate it to the mayor's program. And I do the same thing. If I'm some months I'm well off one another, so donate $50 or whatever. Yeah, Carlo. I'm gonna be when they have that festival of trees, I'm gonna be going down there, taking a lot of video, and I'll put it together with some nice Christmas music. Now, YouTube Music Library has a great selection of music, and I really love their music selection. And I'll be putting that up with the trees, and there'll be another video with the winter activity from outside, and again with the tree lighting. So last year, as I recall, I was filming the Colonial Band concert, and we had a cancellation of the event the week before. So they had the tree lighting and the parade and the stroll going on all at the same time when the concert started. So the concert started at 1 o'clock that day and lasted to 4, and the tree lighting was on at 5. So when I got done the concert, I had to jump, throw all the camera stuff into the car, and I went down to the area where they did the parade, and I wasn't able to do that much video for the actual stroll itself, but I did get the tree lighting in that. And so I'm hoping this year that doesn't fall within that category. And then we got another group called the Montechusett Chorale, and they do 2 concerts a year, and they've already designated me as their official videographers. I got to tell that to the studio. I'm filming for those guys. They only do 2 concerts. They do one in the spring and they do one at Christmas. And Peter is the orchestra, is the band orchestra for that guy, and also the manager. And he's, he's recognized me over the years for filming for those guys. Because again, when the former director used to have the studio before he retired this past year, they couldn't get any help to go down and do that. Now they went down there. So okay, they hired a bunch of new people. Well, fine. Then guess what? You do that. And if I'm there for my own personal enjoyment, doing my own video. And if you want the video, you put it up, and I'll put up my end on my end, and then we'll just leave it at that. But it's and I used to love going around with it every time there was like say a new establishment opened up. They'd have I'm sure pretty much in your towns they have the ribbon cutting ceremonies. I used to go down there and help them out with that too. You go meet new people, opening up a new business, and the mayor would set up a blue ribbon there with the girl that works in the office over there for the city, and they'd have a big pair of scissors and they'd cut the ribbon and they'd take photographs and video of that, turn it into the studio for the they have that on their archives, for the future and for the present. And but I like doing that stuff there. And again, they never hired me. So I was talking to my friend Travis. He does the Chamber of Commerce over there in Jason City, and he was talking to me Saturday about Fitchburg State College and how they offer a kind of a better, a much more advanced program. I wouldn't say better program, but a much more advanced program for film and editing for what I want to do. So that's why I'm gonna go there, because they can send me out on locations through their studio, because they're affiliated with Fitchburg Access Television, where they can send me to over there and then send me somewhere where they want to send me, and I'll get college credits for that. So that's the direction I'm going with that. And I'm going to be doing some live cook this afternoon. I'm planning on making some fried chicken in the air fryer for low carb keto. Now, Anne Marie, last night live, I was talking to her in the chat type. She was asking me about macaroni and cheese. And I'm not going to make that today, the macaroni and cheese, but I do have some rigatoni pasta from the Reyes Company, or Roas, depending on your pronunciation. And I also have a some mac and cheese, Big Daddy cheese mix. It's cheese anyways, but it's powdered cheese, and it's fine for low carb keto. And that's the reason why I bought it. And it tastes really good. And so what I've done before when I wanted something like would take egg life wraps, say for instance, and I cut them up in little triangles and fry them up in the frying pan, sprinkle a little bit of that cheese on there, and add my cheese crackers, that's and I've done stuff like that. Now, if you remember on the old formula, the Kraft macaroni and cheese, you could swap out that cheese for that, swap out the noodles for that, and make it the same way, really, and then you'd have your mac and cheese. So I'm going to do a version of that later in the week, I think. And then I bought, anyways, I really like, I don't know if you guys and gals know who I'm talking about, the Pioneer Woman. She's got a great YouTube channel, and she does YouTube, the History Channel. This is from her collection. That's a pretty big background drop. Anyways, I bought a set of these that she had them in a set. They were all different colors, so those will work out good for me. And I tried one this morning on the counter, and when I was making some eggs, I was making some shackles like I did yesterday. And I was just experimenting with the height of my camera and with 2 tripods. The small tripod that I'm using, I like that a lot better, but I still need to get an overhead tripod straight down, because I don't want to cook in the back room over here, because if I set that on fire in here, I can't do that. That wouldn't look good, right? So anyways, yeah, so I'm going to do that. And so when you see the film this afternoon, I'll be using one of these in the front room when I set up the camera with when Anne Marie sends me the link for that. And it should be really good. And I'm thinking about making some I got some mixed vegetables that I bought yesterday. I had broccoli, cauliflower, and something else in the bag, I think, whatever. Anyway, it's the frozen bag. I went to Hannaford's yesterday, and just talking to a couple of people that I used to work with over there. They all miss me over there, but I'd love to go back to work there. But be honest with you guys, I like being retired. I like doing my own thing and continue on with the YouTube channel. And I have no regrets in working there either. I left on good terms. They want me to go back there, but that was tearing up my feet. You're on your feet for a good solid 8 hours or 6. Even if you're on your feet for 6 hours, you're only getting a 10 or 15-minute break in between. And it was my feet were so dry, and they were cracked, and they were bleeding, and I could hardly walk on my feet. And that's unacceptable. I can't do a job like that. And my left hip is still bothering me. I got to get maybe after I get my left hip out. It all depends. I got a huge car payment now, and if I can't, if I feel as if the car payment's too much for me and Donna to handle without giving us any extra money every month, then I'll go back to work. It's not a big deal. But I'm careful with what we spend every month, and we make enough money to go buy, and it's all that matters. She gets to go to bingo, and if I want to play bingo, I got enough money to play. And every now and then I'll buy a lottery ticket or something like that. And I don't usually win that often on those. I was pretty good lucky last month there. I got 2 $500 hits. Back to back one day, and then the next day. I went into my, yesterday we got Hannaford's. I saw Eric. He used to call on a bingo. He used to manage the bingo on Sunday and Monday before that place closed down. And he was at the Foxwood Saturday when I was there that Saturday, and he had told me he had won $15,000. And I told him about how he had one weight, my number was showing on the next monitor or whatever. But he ended up staying 2 nights up there, and he's a very lucky kid. He won the Mega Millions going back around 10 years ago. He told everybody he won only one on it, but he plays all his numbers twice, and he actually ended up winning. He had almost $500,000 anyways, and plus, when his grandfather passed away, his grandfather left him all a pile of money too, and he was the only kid in the family. So he's like in his 20s. He's got a pretty good education from college, and he never went into his grandfather's money. And he owns a number of real estate properties and he had rentals that rents out, and he's working full time. So I'm very proud of the kid. He's very friendly, and he has a large group of followers too that follows along with him. But the company that he works for a beer company, and he gets all the beer he wants. And funny thing about it, he don't even drink beer. That's my my wife trying to shake him out of the room. You probably got to tell did he get in the room, Donna? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So anyways, that's all the rambling I wanted to say, but I'm glad I'm going to start using StreamYard. I'm going to figure out how to get the the thumbnail up there, and if I could do, maybe I can help Anne Marie with that, because she said she wasn't sure about the thumbnail. But I figured it out a little bit this morning, and so before you go on the StreamYard, set up your settings and everything, that's when it's going to prompt you to load the thumbnail. But I had a nice thumbnail made up, and I'll figure it out afterwards. But thank you for coming along with me for this short notice. I didn't actually have no notice on anything this morning, but you know, be watching for that video this afternoon, Anne Marie, and we do some cooking. I don't know if she's going to be inviting Mrs. T or Miss T, and maybe Cam will come in and want to join us there for the live chat. But I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have an amazing day. Donna's got an appointment shortly. And yeah, it's about all we got today. Today is cold. Oh, tomorrow is going to be snowing out. Yeah, I know that word, snow. If I see the snowflakes outside, I will come maybe live tomorrow afternoon to show them, but it's not going to amount to nothing. But it's just a preview of coming attractions. But I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye, Carla. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye, Tamika.